Living in a remote area without electricity or no light in the area can be one of the challenges you face as a pig farmer. And let me share with you my situation. I'm located in a very remote area where there is no light. We don't also have these solar panels around. So the problem arises when your sow farrows at night. In the darkness, the sow is not able to see the piglet. In an attempt to maybe just lift a leg and place it in the room, the sow accidentally steps on the piglet and crashes the piglet at that point. Or even if the sow goes to lie such that the piglet can suckle, the sow can accidentally lie on the piglet, maybe three or four of them at the same time, and they all get killed like that. So doing pig farming in the remote area, if you don't time your pigs well and know that the pig will follow this day, you can be losing pigs every day. Like in every pregnancy, you'll be losing piglet like that, especially if it is in the night. So what I've also come to know is that if the sow is farrowing at night, or I expect it to farrow at night, I buy this kind of torchlight where at night I then light it and then place it just in the room of that particular sow, like the farrowing area, so that there will be light for the sow throughout the night for the sow to be able to see the piglet and not damage or injure them at that point. Okay, but in a situation whereby the sow also farrows peacefully and all the piglets are out, one thing you can also do to safeguard the piglet is that you don't have to leave the piglet with the sow if you don't have light on your farm and there's no way for you to get the electricity there. But one thing you can do is, you as a farmer or the farm attendant, for that particular sow and her piglet, you have to be there. You have to leave the farm very late. If maybe every day you leave the farm by 6 or 7, but that very day where the sow has farrowed, you have to leave maybe around 8, 8:30 to 9. And by that time, you should also ensure that before you leave the farm, the piglets have suckled for the night before you leave. And before you even leave the farm, you make sure you take all the piglets, take them to another room in a separate area where you then keep the piglets for the next day. And very early in the morning, you come back and take the piglets to the sow so they will breastfeed one more time. Because if you don't do that and you leave the piglet to stay with their mother in the night like that, the next day you come back and see that at least three will be gone. It is accidental to just step on them, you come there in the blood and they are gone like that. And their skin turns green, that is, you have just lost them. So it's better for you to starve them in the night, that for short time, maybe after 9 p.m. going. You just starve them till the next morning, maybe 5:30 or 6 a.m. Starving them for that short, they wouldn't die. But just trying to, maybe because you are thinking they will be crying, making noise in the night, and they'll be starving themselves in one way or the other. So you want them to live with the sound. Then you have to get them a light. Either you switch on the light and place it there for the sow in that particular room to see her piglet and be able to attend to them perfectly. Otherwise, just separate them. Again, if you don't also want to take the piglet away from the sow, such that maybe you are thinking the sow will be making noise and the piglets too, the noise, like I said, you don't like, you can also construct a kind of a rectangular space in the room, the same room where the sow is kept, high and enough, like you lay about 3-4 blocks, such that the piglets can be put inside there and they cannot come out. And the sow can also smell the piglet, but cannot also get inside that particular structure. So if you're leaving the farm, you just carry all the piglets, put them in that structure, but make it big enough so that they can be turning themselves in the room based on the number of piglets you have. And also you spread some sort of a sawdust on the floor to keep them warm when they are there. Then the next morning when you then come back to take them from the structure and give them back to their mother to suckle. And in the evening to do the same. So at most 2 days should be okay for the piglets to be strong enough to be following their mother and be able to cry. So that if their mother should step on them, they'll know that they'll have to cry for the mother to know that she has stepped on them. She'll release her legs off them. So these are the two things you can do if you're in a very remote area. You can either switch on light, touch light for the sow with the piglet over there, or during pregnancy, just put on the light for her. So you'll be seeing the babies and attending to them all right. Or you separate the piglets after they have suckled for the last late in the evening and put them in a very safe place in the environment. And then the next morning, you carry them back to the sow. Or you also construct a structure within the same room where the sow is, and then put all the piglets back into that particular structure before you leave the farm. And the next morning you come early, you release them or you pick them from the structure and give them to the sow to breastfeed. So that is what those of us in the village we are doing to save our investment and to safeguard the piglet. No electricity shouldn't be a barrier where you'll be losing piglets all the time. This is what you're supposed to do. And it also works best if your sow is maybe an attacker. There are some sows, if you are there with them, they will never attack the piglets. But once you leave the piglets with them alone, they start attacking them, especially the first time mothers are known to be doing that, attacking the piglet. And there are some of them too, they will not attack in your presence. But once you leave there, before you come back, a piglet is already gone. So if you want to do that also, you ensure that you're always there with the sow and the piglet so that they will circle and then you take them off, take them back, like that, back and forth, maybe for two days maximum. And then the piglets will get used to their mother, and their mother too will get used to them and start breastfeeding them normally for you.